Stream that. Done. And stream is going. It is fantastic. And yeah, that's fine. Agree to the things so that they can do the stuff. Join game. Blockmaster. Tier 4. Daytime base building and grass fields. There you go. The amount of bugs and performance and multiplayer issues is higher than in single player. Improvements will release as we continue developments. Oh, you have 19 hours in this playthrough already. Damn. Good job.
Yeah, but I don't make much progress.
I didn't quite hear that. What?
I don't make much progress.
Oh, we haven't made much progress. Oh, for sure. Dude, that's how it goes, man. Like,
Yeah.
the first 20 hours is slow as fuck.
Yeah.
100% slow as fuck. Don't even worry about that. Hey. There you are.
Get some plate bonus.
Oh, shoot. I haven't even made that yet. Thank you. You know, fun fact. I've actually never used these. I've never used the Blade Runners. But that is, oh wow, that is a sizable, oh shit, you can really jump with these. I don't even have these in my save. Holy hell. Look at that. Oh, look at you go. That's crazy. That's awesome. Okay. That's pretty neat. That's worth doing. Maybe I should make these. Man, I almost don't want to use them because I'm going to get used to it and be like, wow, fuck this without Blade Runners. But I have the jetpack, so I guess that's kind of a nice benefit too.
Yeah.
But anyway, let me get the, it's only been like 2 minutes, but I'm just get the countdown. So we're going to do the little fake 1 minute one for a second. Hi, yay, Wii music, fun. Yeah, okay, 1 minute. And now we're going to do that. So now we're here. Welcome to the stream.
Oh.
Right. So we're playing some Satisfactory on block save. Oh wow, the crouching, I can't really like crouch slide. Maybe it's just some, yeah, I think it's just some uphill. I don't think you can crouch slide at all running uphill. I don't know why. I think you can, but for some reason I think you can. All right. So we've got blocks save over here already. Are those batteries or what are those things right there? What are these? Are these? Oh, these are biomass burners. It's just been so long since I looked at them. It's been so long since I looked at biomass.
But I don't really need them anymore.
Oh, are you on coal power? Is that what this power line's for?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, great. Good. Well, let's go look at that. My first save was on this place, and I have a lot of hours. I set up a massive screw factory over there in that big hill. And then, because there's all this iron here, so I set up a huge thing and then belted everything on a highway all the way over here, back to the main base. Okay. And that was really fun. And my main base was lower down. I set up, yeah, around where you did down there, next to that the stinky gas cloud. That's where most of my stuff was. And then, oh, you know, there's a bunch of power slugs over here still you haven't got yet. Maybe I'll do that for you. I'll get some power slugs for you. Okay. Since I got the Blade Runners. And I can show people the combat side of the game and maybe die and it won't matter. I won't have enough stuff in my inventory. But yeah, good. You found the water bit. You found the coal bit. This is where I set up my first base too for coal. Okay, crouch sliding with these Blade Runners is way more difficult than usual. Okay, so yeah, this setup that you have here is fantastic, and it should get much bigger. Like much bigger. Like what I did on my save was I literally covered the entire floor of this in concrete, like all the way to the water line, even in the water line a little bit, because there's the depth requirement as well for those extractors. So what I did was I put the concrete out to the max depth that you need, and then oh, I thought I saw something on the side of my screen. Oh, it was you. Yeah. So I put concrete basically all the way past that rock and at the height of the rock, and then cut down all of the trees and put concrete all the way back there too. There's even a cave over there too. Have you found the cave yet? The one to the right? There's there's a little cave in those trees. You should go check it out. There's some bacon, the bacon arugula thing or whatever that you use to make medical inhalers is in that cave over there. It's a cool little cave. And then I built concrete
Okay.
pathways, just like you did here, but all the way out to the end of this to suck up basically all the water in this little pool. So, because you end up needing a lot of it to deal with all these coal generators, and then you can just make a second story for more generators. I didn't go that far because I didn't have enough coal per minute to need that, because each generator needs 45 coal per minute. So, I ended up having like a lot of stuff. So with Mark IV belts, you can produce 480 per minute. And there's, I think, 3 coal nodes back here that you can all get 480 per minute from. So at the end, get my phone for a calculator now that I'm on Satisfactory instead of the other thing. 3 at 480 ends up being 1440 divided by 45 means you can run 32 coal power plants out here. And then each coal power plant needs so much water per minute. I don't remember exactly how much. What is this? What is that thing that it says is open? Is that just the game? I guess that's just the game. I don't know. Whatever. Let me go back to the Satisfactory wiki, and I'll double check what that is real quick to see how much water you would need for this one little area here. Oh, well, yeah, I'll just search it in the thing. Okay. Coal power. My internet is not letting me now that I'm doing all at the same time. Coal generator. Here we go. Coal generator produces 75 megawatts at 45 water per minute. Oh, maybe the 45 water per minute is what I thought. Yeah. So it uses 45 water per minute, which means you need 32. No. Yeah. Yeah, so off water per... No, but then hold on, that's wrong. Let me figure this out here. So so one coal generator uses 15 coal per minute. So 1440 is how much you can pull off belts without needing Mark Vs. So that's, you know, it's good enough. Like you'll get those pretty easy once you get there. So it's not that bad. So if you were to use compacted coal, which would be a lot harder and take a lot more transportation, that'd be a pain in the ass. Petroleum coke is an oil product, so that's not great either. So using just straight coal at 15 per minute means you can run 96 coal generators in this one area off 3 level 4 belts, and then that times 45 is how much water you would need, which is 4,320 water, which divided by 120 would be 36 water extractors from this this lake. And if you can't fit 36, you can use power shards to overclock them. But I typically try to save those for things that are more important, like maybe overclocking the coal generators themselves. But did you just kill me?
No.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that is, oh, you've been pushing me down. Okay. What is with you in doing that? Why do you have to do that, like, every time? I'm trying to help you. Anyway, so yeah, so you could fit 96 coal gens off of all the coal reasonably in that you could get off of this area because of all the coal nodes, because there should be 3 unless I'm mistaken. Are there 4? God, thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem.
This doesn't highlight the same way that it used to, and it's kind of annoying me because this used to highlight all the glowing stuff like way better before the last update, and it seems like this is kind of a bit of a bug where it's not really wanting to do that anymore, and it's kind of bumming me out here because it used to be way easier to figure out where all the coal nodes were, or just where any node was. Because it would do that thing that it does when you get close enough, but it would do that before you had line of sight. And so that little, yeah, that shiny thing used to happen from further away and for longer. And it's really annoying that it's not doing this. Is this a Mark? This is a Mark 1. Okay, and it gets 60. Mark 2 would get 120, and then overclocked. Oh, the overclocked Mark at 250%. 240 times 2.5. Oh yeah, that would get 600. Yeah. So a normal node would do that, and then this is the other node, which is normal, and then there should be a third node lying around here somewhere. The thing. Where is it? I know it's over here. I think there might even be a fourth node.
Okay.
Where did it go? Come here. Fuck. This is what I mean. It's so much harder to find stuff now after this last update. And it's not like a multiplayer thing. This is absolutely a single player thing too. Oh my god. Okay. Well, we found those guys. That was a lot easier. Where? Oh god. Yep, that was fun. That was a nice fall. Okay. This is super annoying. Oh, here we go. Okay. No, that's 1,000 meters away. That's that away. That's 5. Okay. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here's one. You have to have the Nobilis to get it. But here's one. This is a coal node, normal. So that's the 3 coal nodes at least. So this is a coal node. But I swear there's a 4th one. I'd have to load into my other save, and because I know I found it on my other save. I just don't remember where the fuck it is. And this scanning thing is annoying me. But I swear to God, there's a... maybe, you know what? Maybe it's the limestone node, because there is a limestone node over here too. I think that's it right there. I think that's the limestone node I'm thinking of. Iron ore. So there's iron ore here and copper. Wait, what? Since when? That's weird. I don't remember there'd be copper and iron ore up here. Let me get all this stuff in my hands. Can you stop hurting me? I'm actually really close to dying. Like that's, and plus it's just annoying to fall down.
Take some food.
Yeah, I have some from before. Or that I harvested on my way down here. Oh god damn it. I didn't want to do that. Yeah, it should be somewhere. So there's at least 3. I definitely feel like there's a 4th one somewhere, but I can't tell where. Once you cut all the trees down, it's way easier to find this stuff. Like, I just take a chainsaw and just literally, like, just did deforestation and, like, made the Lorax very unhappy and just cut all of this. Like, all the way down to the leaves. Like, just everything I gutted out of here so I could put concrete down. And when you do that, you find everything. So there's not, like, a chance of you missing one of the nodes. But... oh, wait. This is a node. Fuck? How is this a node? This doesn't look like a node. This is, yeah. Okay, maybe I was right about the other. Can you place a thing there? Well, like, does it snap when you put a miner?
Yeah, it does, but I don't have a portable miner.
Okay, cool. So then that should actually be one then. So there are 4 nodes. There's that one, there's this one, and there's that one, and they're all normal nodes, which means that you can absolutely get 480 from each of them, which means the amount of coal gens you can put in this place just got way higher, because you can now do 480 comfortably times 4, which is 1920 divided by the 15 means 128 coal gens you can fit in this one area, which I can tell you right now, you're gonna have to stack them vertically because you're not gonna fit that many in this area. So you're gonna have to do that for sure. And then that times 45 would mean 5,760 water, which would somehow mean 48 water extractors fitting in this lake, which is going to be a logistical feat for sure, because you can't make those go vertical. So that is going to be very interesting to get all of that to work here, because I don't know about that, man. That's rough.
Yeah.
But you could do it theoretically. You put that in there? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so that's a possibility, but it's gonna be hard. I think I had someone say that they fit like 75 water extractors in this lake, so there might be a chance, and you can put them up on that river too, way over there. So there's definitely like little, and you could even go another step up too, because the nice thing about water is that you don't, if it's higher than where you need to go, then you don't need a pump. So you would need a pump in order to get this up to the platform level, because my platform would start like up here. So it's a little bit more than the 10-meter head lift, so you do need at least 1 pump to get it up to this level. But then after that, no matter how long that pipe is, you don't need any. So That's the nice thing, is that at the very least you can do that. I also put a train station down here too, when I did this before, because to drop off and take coal. I think it was just to take coal, because I needed coal for crafting. So I was producing more than I was pulling from this area. So I set up a train that I made a ramp out of the 4x2s starting all the way up there, and then made a 4x2 ramp all the way down to here, and that got to about like this level, like treetop level, using 4x2s. It got from like way up there from all the way over there. But if you use 4x4s, the train can't go down that, so it's really hard to build track for it. So you can make a vertical helix to take the train down, and that would be better, but that's hard to do, and I don't know quite how to do that yet. But there's a YouTuber called Amelie of the Sea who also streams, and she knows how to do that, and she has a video showing you how to do it on her YouTube. So that is worth watching, to put a vertical helix on this cliff, and then going and putting the train this way lower down. But then you'd have to sacrifice some of the water area, or at least be high enough above the one water extractor to take it over here, and then have a really small turn in this tree area to get the train to go into a train station that I actually put right where you have these two coal gens. So that's an option too. And I would recommend using the helix and learning how to do that, because you will absolutely need to know that later, because later in the game there's very harsh cliffs and not a whole lot of room to do what I did of just making an easy ramp all the way down. And even that ramp that I did, like, was pretty rough to get by, and I would definitely recommend the helix, because that is going to be less time to make, less coal to make, and likely easier to make. Even though it sounds hard, it's probably way easier. But anyway, I'm gonna go get those 2 power slugs that I saw, and you should go do whatever satisfactory things that need to get done. What's your next milestone? What are you going for?
I think I'm gonna build a plastic farm. Not farm. Production.
Plastic production. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a pretty solid mid-game thing. What are you making that needs that right now, or what do you want to make that needs it?
For the Nilus, I need the high-speed controller for the jetpack and stuff.
All right, you cut out a little bit. What so you need the nobelisks. You need it to make nobelisks. You said, right?
No, the high-speed connector.
Oh, to make high-speed connectors. There should be an alternate recipe for that, by the way. If you hard drive hunt a little bit, you might be able to find an alternate that doesn't necessarily take.
Yeah, I need to research it.
Oh.
And I need plastic for it to research.
Oh, okay. Oh, in the MAM. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh god, I might die. Oh no, you take much less fall damage when you have the blade runners on. That's kind of nice.
Yeah. And you
Where was
can't
that?
die from fall damage.
You can't die from fall damage at all?
Yeah. You can get down to like in half a heart or something. But
Oh.
you can't die.
That's interesting. I did not know that about these. Does it say that in the description?
No, I think it's not only for the blade runners, it's
I'd be surprised about
if you
that.
if you are at full health, you can't die from fall damage.
Oh, if you're at full health because of how much it dampens, that's just kind of what it does. Okay. Oh, I'm getting a bug in the multiplayer right now. That's kind of annoying, but whatever. It won't, like, what it's supposed to do is like add to your inventory kind of thing. Like if you have something in your hand and you have more of it in your inventory, then you can use it in your hand too. But it's not letting me do that right now. Oh, do you have the object scanner unlocked right now? That would be.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do? Awesome. I'm gonna make one of those. Because you can use the object scanner to find hard drives and to find power slugs, and it's super awesome. 10 out of 10 recommend for exploring.
Okay. It
So-
doesn't show me the hard drive.
Oh yeah, you have to click it. Use right click to
Yeah, but I am in that menu, but I don't think I have the hard drive scanning unlocked yet.
You should. Oh yeah. Oh shoot. Yeah. Maybe you do have to unlock it. Where's your ma'am? Okay. Let's see. Alien organisms. Caterium. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm so used to having everything unlocked right now in the ma'am tree that I'm like, what do you mean you can't do this? And it's kind of like, duh, you can't do this. Oh, you need to still get the yellow one. Okay, that'll be good. Oh yeah, those are a pain. Yeah, oh yeah, then you're gonna need coal and sulfur as well. Okay. So that's not showing me that. Do you have the hard drive on you? Can you just drop it on the ground real quick, and then I'll with the
Sure.
material thing, and I'll look through it for you. Because I don't know why you wouldn't have that. How do you?
Where did I put it? Oh, here.
Put it on the ground?
Yeah, for me it's floating in the air right here.
Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Object scanner. There we go. So you're out of range, but that doesn't mean that it's not working. So mushrooms, nuts, berries, power slugs. This means we're out of range. It still works. Oh. But yeah, you're right. You don't have hard drives on there. Oh, you know what? Maybe because you need to find a hard drive. You might need to find a hard drive first before you can scan for it. But do you care if I keep this?
A few hard drives.
Oh, you found a few hard drives? Have you researched them in the MAM yet?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Because that should fix this. It should tell you exactly what's going down here. Why I didn't pick up those other power? Oh, it's that one there with the gas mask that you don't have yet. Okay. Where's your concrete?
My concrete is over there. Not so far.
Okay, cool. Since I am disposable, I'm gonna go and get that thing for you. I'm gonna make a big ramp out of the things and get that slug for you.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh yeah, there's concrete. Yeah,
it's
duh.
over there.
Oh. Wait, are you pinging like right in front of you? Did you mean to ping right in front of you? Or do you mean right here? This is wire.
It's over there.
Oh yeah, duh. That's for the okay. It's been a while since I played on this save, so I didn't totally remember where all this stuff is supposed to be. Why am I not picking up a power slug that way? I really should be picking up a power slug this way, but I swear I saw a couple when we were up there, but I didn't see it. But whatever. Yeah, you need to start further back than that. But where is? Oh, I don't have any. Do I actually? Do I still have my? No, I don't. Oh, I have to make all of my hotbars again. I don't. That doesn't keep with me from save to save. That would be an amazing quality of life feature, because I use this stuff all the time. So that would be great to have my hotkeys still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Go, that one. Yep. Okay. Oh, wait. No, this is an 8x2. This one. So... Oh, I need a lookout tower. That's what I want. Special... No. Production? No.
Got it.
Lookout tower. 5. That's what I want. Oh, I don't have plates and rods. Oh, you
got it.
Oh, you got it? The slug already, or the lookout tower? Oh, you did. You got the slug. Oh, good. There you go. Good for you. That worked out great. What else? Let's see. I don't know why you can't scan hard drives. That is so weird. That's like super weird, because I don't remember how, but I feel like once I got the hard... You know what? Let me look at... I'll look at the Wikipedia. Why can't we scan hard drives? What do we need to scan hard drives? Because I can, and I don't know why I can. Yeah, let's look at the object scanner on the Wikipedia. And scannable objects. Slug scanning, radio signal scanning for crash sites. That's what you need. Radio signal. Oh, you know what? You need to go down the quartz tree in the MAM. Yep. The quartz tree radio signal scanning is in the MAM tree. Signal Technologies,
Okay.
I think is oh no, 9. Radio signal scanning is number 9, which takes 50 crystal oscillators, 100 motors, and 10 beacons, and the object scanner crash site mode. You need to get all the way down to the very bottom of the quartz tree. The very bottom. That's the very last thing on the bottom right.
Okay.
So you need a lot of quartz. A lot of quartz, and you have to make crystal oscillators, which are a pain. I actually use Fix-It tickets to buy the crystal oscillators for that. So I'll go get the quartz, and I can make the crystals. But you should get a sync open, an awesome sync going for your items that you're not using, and start getting tickets to buy that. Because crystal oscillators, once you can unlock them, are going to cost a certain number of tickets, and and if you use those on the tree, then you can do that stuff. But there's some stuff you should get before you do that. You should use the cheap tickets to get the gameplay stuff, like lights, like the alternative, like the walls and stuff like that, or anything else that you want from the shop that is more important to you. Because the more that you get tickets, and the more that the more tickets you get, the more expensive they get. So dumping things like concrete and rods right now will net you a good amount of tickets, but after like the 15th ticket, it's going to get a lot more expensive, and it's going to take noticeably longer to get that next ticket. So you're going to have to start dumping more and more complex things in there, like reinforced iron plates or something like that, to get as many tickets as you were before. And that gets harder and harder with each ticket that you have. So let me get some basic building materials on me real quick too. This is your biomass thing, isn't it? Yeah, this is that. Do you have a car yet? Do you have like the trucks or anything?
Yeah, I got the mini, the factory card.
Oh, you got the factory cart? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That.
But nothing else.
That and nothing else? Okay, well, let's work on that. Let's get you, well, actually, do you even have, let me look at your logistics tree right now and figure out what we even, like, have going down for, things that we can make. Never underestimate how important screws are, you know, when you're going out and about, because some things do require screws, and when you need screws, by God, do you need screws. So I always keep a couple on me. But this is great factory building. You're doing a great job, right? You're smelting it real close to where you got it, which is a good thing too. That's what I do as well. And you're using storage buffers, and storage buffers are fantastic. So you're producing it. You don't need to do an ingot buffer. That's kind of a waste. So good job not doing that. And then you're getting an item buffer in between, and then you're creating after that. That's fantastic. And then you're getting everything that you need from there. So that's really good. And you're getting ready to start automating the more complex things now too. So that's good as well. And then what's all this stuff back here? What was that supposed to be?
What?
All this. Do you remember what you put this out here for? Do you see it on my screen? You got a bunch of.
I think I wanted to make a storage there, but didn't really work on that.
Oh, you got a lot of coal and steel ingots though. That's good. Okay.
I AFK'd a little.
Oh, hey, look, power slug. Go get that. Oh, there's 2. Oh, goddamn, there's 2 over here. All right, let's get it. Wait, where'd it go? What the fuck? Where'd it go? It was right here. That's so weird. I just saw it, like, clear as day. And now it's gone. Now you're in a completely different spot. Oh, okay, I must be getting one of the multiplayer bugs. Because this is very much in a different spot, and there's mean people here. Where'd it go? There we go. Is it down low? Oh, it must be below me. Oh, there's one over there. Or is that one a glitch too? Am I not going to be able to see that one in a second if I look away? Oh, no, you're still there. Okay. No, you just know it's gone. What the fuck? Oh, dude, what the fuck? That's so weird. That is so weird.
Oh, I can see it on your stream.
Yeah, you see it on the stream, right? But it's not actually there. That's why I was like, dude, there's some super obvious power slugs over there. Why have you even gone and like gotten them yet? And it's because they don't exist. They're not there. Like, I'm lying to you. Dude, lookout towers are so fucking great early game. Like, it's just being able to do that on a rock face and then just like fucking yeet out and go, okay, cool, we're moving on. Like, so great. Okay, does that one actually exist? It doesn't look like that one actually exists, but it looks like it should. You built right next to it. I'd be really surprised if you didn't grab that. So I think that one's fake. Mirror. Okay, why am I getting one right here? This is so weird. Maybe I'm not going to be of any help doing this right now because this is like just sending me in circles. That's so weird. Right. Yeah, see, look at that big one on the rock, right? That's super obvious. And I'm going to get right next to it and it's going to go away. Or is it? Is this a real one? Oh, this might be a real one.
Might be.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it's a real one. Okay, yay. We found a real one. Oh, it's got the stinky boy plants. Go, no, bad plants. Go away. Go away. Can I get up here? No, I need a thing. Come here. Get on the thing. Please. Yay. Also, not gonna lie, ladders are kind of great as well. From the thing, the shop. Oh, god damn it. I definitely recommend buying the ladder with tickets because I use it like almost all the time.
Okay.
Oh god damn it. Especially before I got the jetpack, the ladder was very important because I built some really tall stuff, and without the jetpack, it was annoying as fuck.
Okay.
Oh god damn it, I keep doing that wrong. What I need to do is just make a foundation out to it, but I'm trying to not do that. But it's super easy to do that, and I even have it hotkeyed so I can just do this. But oh my god. I am not used to Blade Runners, like, at all. Okay. Oh my god. See, honestly, I know that they're saving me from fall damage, but they're also gonna get me killed. I swear to you. They're supposed to save my life, but they will get me killed. 110%. Oh, it's a lizard doggo. Oh my god. Hey, come. Oh, whoa. That was weird. Big jump. Okay. Come here. I'm gonna give you a thing. But you're gonna eat all of the berries if I give you a whole stack, so I'm just gonna give you a one. And then you can be my friend. Yay! He ate it. Now you're my friend. Yes. You're my friend. Hi there. Okay. Oh, is that one real? How about this one? Oh, this one's real too. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Oh, no, it isn't. What the fuck? It even showed up on the scanner. That's so dumb. You know what it probably is? I bet that's where it used to be, and then you collected it, and my game doesn't know that yet until I get too close.
Okay. Yeah,
That is what I bet's going on here. So the ones that you haven't collected yet, I can see. Like that one. That's in a hard spot. I'd be surprised if you went and got that already. But the other ones that are already like showing up for me, I'm betting. Oh, Jesus. Bye. I'm betting that these are the ones that are showing up as on my screen, but also not there for you yet because you haven't gotten them. And I would bet that is what's going on here. Oh, that's a jump. I didn't see that jump. Oh my god. Oh, what did I say? These things are going to get me killed. Jesus Christ. I'm low-key going to take these off. I am not used to that yet, and it is going to get me killed. Like, no. Bye-bye. I would rather... No. Like, I'm not used to it, man. I can't do it. I'm so used to how far I can usually slide jump that that's just not working. And God, my brightness is low. I cannot see any of this. But here we go. There we go. That way I'm not leaving random concrete objects around your save. Like, I reached my item limit, but I can't find where the excess is. Oh, it's because Dainty came and played on my save, and now there's a bunch of random shit everywhere. I gotta delete that, man. You gotta... You're on the thing I'm about to get rid of.
I got some stuff for you. Right here. Oh.
Oh, you dropped it on the thing.
Items are floating now.
Okay. And now it doesn't want to let me build there. That's awesome. My bad. There we go. Oh, the rebar gun and some rebar and the Xenobasher. Oh, that's great. Thank you. That is very helpful. Yeah. Okay, well, let's get rid of you, and we'll get rid of you, and we'll do this, and, you know, we'll eat the berries first. That gives us more health. There we go. And then we'll put the nuts in the hands, and we'll put this in the hands, and we'll do that. And there we go. Let's reload this guy. I actually really like the rebar gun. The other gun, though, is way better when you finally get it, but
The rifle.
that's the thing. Yeah, the rifle. It's so fucking good. Love that thing.
I think the ammo from the rifle is a bit expensive, but yeah.
It's a bit more expensive. It still uses spiked rebar, but it's a bit more expensive.
Yeah. What's behind these rocks?
Oh no! Those guys? I have no idea. If you got do you have Noblix yet, or that's what you're trying to get?
I don't have them yet.
Oh, okay.
I think I might have them unlocked.
Yeah. You need sulfur and coal to make those guys. You know what? When I'm not doing weird things, I think I'll keep them on because it's way faster to run around. But when I'm doing precise movements, I'm going to take them off because I just don't know these well enough to make those movements. But this is way faster. Holy fuck. Did not know they were that good. Have you found out about like running on belts? Because if you run on a belt, you get to go the same. You get like a movement speed buff.
Okay.
But here, I'm gonna go through the shop here. I'll add all the stuff to the cart that I recommend you get. I like these walls better, so I recommend these. Dead. Yeah. Oh, you can favorite it. Okay, I'll go through and favorite it for you. So walls, conveyor walls are fantastic. I definitely recommend that you get those. The door walls I go back and forth on. That's not that bad, but oh, it has the gate wall. I like the gate wall. Yeah, get the gate wall, get the door wall, get the conveyor walls, and I think that also comes with regular walls, or I think you just get. Oh, I guess you just get walls now, but getting the alt. Oh no, yeah. Wait, why are those? That's the same thing twice. Okay, whatever, that works. The wall power outlet, at least Mark 1s, highly recommend that. Basically all the wall attachments, the pipeline wall attachment, the hypertube wall attachment, all of that is great. Buy all of those. Then the ramps I don't personally get, but the foundation pack is pretty cool. That also has glass in it, so if you want to do any like cool work, like custom work, definitely get that, but not like super needed, not like first thing on my radar. Lights obviously are now new. Those are brand new and awesome, so definitely grab all the lights and the factory ladder and the railing. How do I go back? Oh, back. The walkways, the stairs, and the railing, I use that stuff all the time. At least until you get the jetpack, it's super helpful. And then from there, that's basically it. And then the parts that I'm going to have you grab that I recommend doing are the crystal oscillators, which you don't have unlocked yet. So those would take a good amount of tickets to get. So, oh, you can't even get court. Oh, I think they simplified what the stuff you can grab from this. So there's that. So that is a wish list of factory tickets that I recommend, which is why I said get this before you start getting crystal oscillators, because this is a lot of tickets and it's gonna take way more. You know, like this is probably close to 30 tickets at least, if not more than that. That's 10 just right there. 13, 15, 20, 31, 35, 40, 45, 47 tickets just to get all this stuff. It would be less if you don't get the lights. The lights are a good amount, but lights are pretty dope and you're going to want to do that. But these take quartz to make, so if you don't have a lot of quartz, then it would make sense to skip them, because by the time, you know what, I'm going to uncheck the lights. By the time you're ready to use them, you're going to have you're going to need stuff that you don't have automated right now automated to use these effectively without handcrafting a bunch of stuff. So maybe 40 tickets, yeah, so minus another 535, so 34 tickets is what you would need to get the rest of this stuff that I actually recommend that you would probably use a good bit. You could, you're at the point where you need the pipeline wall attachment too. You're at that point where you need that too. The wall power outlets are a game changer. I love that, because the wall ones you can put on the ceiling too. They're not just for walls. You can attach them to foundations and all this crazy stuff. So recommend those highly. And yeah, so I guess it's just this stuff then. The ladder you could skip, or at the very least, like, you could get away without walkways. I usually don't even use the walkways, but I still grab them. So the railing and the walkways you could skip. Skip the stairs. If you put the stairs in a column of walls, then you can make like a hallway for the stairs, and then you just run along the wall up the staircase instead of having to like walk on the staircase itself. So that would get rid of another 7 tickets. So that would make it like under 30, where now you're looking more at like, this would be 10, 14, 16, 18, 20, 26 tickets instead before you buy crystal oscillators, and that'd be pretty good. So I think if you had to make some cuts there to make that take less time, then that would be how I would do it. Oh, and you've already unlocked all this stuff. Okay, cool. So, oh yeah, so you do have the tractor. That's good. The tractor is worth it for sure. Yeah, you get that in tier 3.
Okay.
And then tier 5 and 6 is when you get that the truck, and the truck is even better. So what are your there's a space elevator. What do you need for the space elevator at this stage? I forgot.
A lot of steel stuff.
A lot of steel stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, versatile frameworks. Those are annoying. Automated wiring isn't that bad, but the versatile frames can take a minute. Smart plating takes a minute. So yeah, this is gonna be a minute. You don't have a lot of infrastructure laid out right now, so this is this is gonna be your big like brick wall moment, is getting from this point on, because you have to really start automating this stuff. Like, there's no way to do this by hand without it taking like 3 days. So you really have to put in a lot of like massive, like bigger scale factory work, and that's something that can be a little daunting if you don't know what to do. So I'll thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem.
Would you prefer my help with setting up a big factory to start automating what you need automated, or would you prefer that I take a tractor and go around and hard drive hunt?
Help me.
Okay, cool. So let's take a look at one of the things that we need to make, and so we'll run through that on the Wikipedia, and we'll figure out what's going to be the easiest one to do, because some of the stuff you're likely already making, like the screws and the like you're going to need screws for sure for a lot of this stuff, and you're already making a lot of that, so that'll be interesting. Let's see. So we need smart plating. So what does it take to make smart plating? It's going to take iron plates and rotors. That's not that bad. Reinforced iron plates are easy as fuck. And rotors are not that bad either. That's just rods and screws. You can make so many of those right now. So we can start automating rotors. What we should automate is reinforced iron plates, because that's also a Mark II belt. And you're going to need a lot of Mark II belts to make all these factories. So do you have that automated right now or no? Reinforced iron plates?
No.
No? Okay, then that's no question. That's what we're doing. We're going to automate hella reinforced iron plates. So that is absolutely what we're going to do. And you don't have any hard drives for that, right? You don't have an alternate like the bolted iron plate one that uses more screws to make them faster? Did you happen to find that? Alternate, the bolted iron plate, and when you got the couple hard drives you did you happen to pick that one? You can tell in, oh, this is an assembler. You can tell in the assembler, it'll come up as a recipe if you've unlocked it.
I don't know.
Okay. Do you have what you need to build an assembly? You can check the recipes once you build it.
I have the reinforced iron plates unlocked. What was the question?
If you have the second for the bolted iron plate. Yeah, no, you don't. So that's your only option, is to make it this way. So this is going to give you... Wait, why does that say 10 per minute? Oh, oh, okay. I'm getting hella bugs. Did you say... So when you click reinforced iron plate, does it say it's making 10 per minute? Oh, you overclocked it. Oh, okay.
I overclocked it.
That's why. Okay, I'm like, that's... I thought I was getting bugs here. Yeah, so it's 5... It's going to make you 5 per minute, but you can overclock it. Which is... you're going to have to make a lot of those, so like I don't recommend using power shards on that. I would recommend using power shards on the miners. You might have some extra lying around, but do you have Mark IIs yet? That's going to be the next thing. Yeah, you do have Mark IIs. So what I want you to start handcrafting, or at the very least like attempting automation at, while I work on the foundation out of concrete for the assemblers, I want you to start making the Mark II miners so you can upgrade these Mark Is that you have in this area to Mark IIs, because it's gonna literally double your output. So that's what we want to focus on. So we're gonna start capping out some stuff here. So this is a normal node and a normal node for iron, and you've got 3 of them, right? And so we're not gonna do like the crazy stuff that I did on my save, but screws are a hot minute for you too, because you have to turn them into rods first. Man, not gonna lie, man, that cast screw alternate is so good that you should kind of go hard drive hunt for it and then do this, because it's gonna completely change the loadout of how we make this building. But I guess it's not that, but it would be fairly easy to modify, actually. The belts are going to be different, that's the part, though, is that, you know what we can do, is that we can build it as if you're going to get the blueprint, and then when you actually get it, it won't be that hard to modify, right? That's what we can do. Mm-hmm. We can build it with that blueprint in mind, because you should absolutely use it, and then when you get it, it won't be a big deal, because this is going to output screws at 50 per minute. And so we'll belt... do you want to belt it for like Mark V belts, or do you want to belt it for Mark IV belts?
Mark IV.
Okay, so we'll plan ahead like everything's going to be Mark IV. That will mean that eventually you're going to have to go through and like make the building bigger. Because you can do it the way that because you saw my saves, right? My saves had massive buildings because I was preparing that for like Mark V and higher belts. Like I was preparing that for like max game output versus like what you can actually like get to in a reasonable amount of time. Like it'll my version does both, right? It gets you future proofed, and it also gets you to where you need to go right now, but it's a lot more hours to get it to that point. But basically what I'm trying to say is that no matter what, whether you do this now or later, it's gonna happen. Like if you play the game for long enough and you get to the point that you get Mark V belts, it's gonna happen. Like you're gonna have to either make the building taller, make the building wider, or maybe even redo the whole thing depending on how you did it in the first place. So that's one of the reasons why I started making mine as big as I did, because I didn't want to go back and do that. But anyway, so we'll do it for Mark IV belts. So at 480 each, it's 50 screws per so you can get 9 constructors, 9.5 constructors. We could even call it 10, just so that you have a little bit of future proofing in there for you already. So we can get 10 constructors per belt line, which means we'll do 2 rows of 5 when we make the building. I'm seriously, like, I don't want to keep after finding food unless you have some, like, lying around. Like, that's
I have some.
okay, because I do have some, but I didn't want to have to use it for that. I was going to use it for exploring. Thank you. So if we're going to go off of 10 constructors each line, then we're going to go off of well, actually we should go off of how much you're going to have outputted first. So let's just assume that these 3 iron nodes we're going to dedicate to reinforced iron plates, and just these 3 iron nodes. So at 480 times 3, we're dealing with 1440 iron. And that, because you don't have any alternates, is going to be a 1-to-1 transaction here. So, you know, I'm going to open an Excel document real quick too for you. That way I can take some notes here. So it'll be a 1-to-1. You could use the copper. We don't have any alternates. Let's just plan as if we're not going to use any alternates here. So let me do some notes here. So we've got 1440 iron per minute, and that'll make 1440 ingots. And 1440 ingots will earn based on the other thing. So let's okay, reinforced iron plates. Let's get that recipe out.
I can't really understand you right now.
Okay.
The internet is kind of having some problems.
Ooh. Okay. Why is wait? I typed in the thing. Reinforced iron plate. Oh, okay. Let's make them. I'm just being dumb. Okay. So there's that. So we have 1440 iron per minute. So we need to figure out what's going to use the least amount of iron. Do we want to assume bolted iron plate too? How far do you want to future-proof this? Do you want to assume that you're going to get the alternate for making iron plates faster, which will mean less constructors? I mean less assemblers, or do you want to go off of what you have right now? Because we could kind of do both.
What I have right now.
What you have right now? Okay. Because basically what we could do is we could make 1/3 of the assemblers, and then when you get the alternate recipe, all you have to do is go in and click the new recipe, and everything's already good to go. And then you're gonna automatically be making 3 times as many reinforced iron plates just by clicking the recipe button on what you already have built. Or do you want to have to, like...
Nah, I think...
Okay, because the other option is that we make it based off what you have with recipes, not off of resources. Like, if we make the resources right, but we build it for that recipe, then that would you know, make it so it's easy to switch to that alternate. And the other end of that is that if you do get that alternate, now you're gonna have to redo all of the belt work because of how many screws per minute this alternate takes instead of what you have right now. Because like it's 250 screws per minute for each machine with the alternate, but it's only 60 per minute with the other. So you're either gonna have to redo a lot of belt work into the factory, and how many lines you have is gonna have to go up, because you can get a lot more assemblers on a lot fewer belts with the base recipe, but you can use less assemblers total if you use the alternate. But then again, you could just have the factory running on 2 different recipes at 2 different floors, and it wouldn't matter that much. It's just going to depend on if you really want to like max out this save for like everything you can do and like future-proof the fuck out of it, or do you want to like do what I did and like use this to learn how to make things and then make a new save with a more serious attitude?
I think I won't put much time into this save, so...
Okay. So perfect. We'll do everything base model way, and we'll do a different one more serious later. So if we're going off of 1400 iron ingots, so that means we can do shoot. So 30 iron plates, but so this is what the ratio I need. I need 6. We need 6 iron plates and 12 screws. 12 screws based on what we have, which means we're going to be making rods. That means 4 screws for 1 rod, so that means I need 3 iron rods, and 3 iron rods means 3 iron ingots, because it's a 1-to-1, and 6 iron plates means divided by 2 times 3 should mean 9 iron ingots, if I'm doing the math in my head correctly. So 6 divided by 2 times 3. Oh, no, sorry. 6 divided by 2 times 3. Yeah, 9. So if it takes 9 for each of those, that means that each reinforced iron plate will take 12, 12 iron ingots. So 1440 divided by 12 means we can make 120 reinforced iron plates per minute off of those 3 iron nodes at 480, and then divided by 5 per minute means that we have to make 24 assemblers. So that's what we're going to put on our wish list here, on our queue for what we need to make in game. So if I go over to assemblers, I can go ahead and type in 24, and that is now all the stuff that we need to make 24 reinforced iron, 24 assemblers. Then we have to go in and figure out how many constructors we're going to make. So I'm going to go back to my Excel documents, and I'm going to screen split this with the Wikipedia. Because if we're making 1440 reinforced iron plates per minute, but not 1440, 120, making 120 plates per minute, which based off of that recipe, I'm gonna use my phone as a calculator. Satisfactory also has a calculator, by the way, built in if you need it. But at 120 reinforced iron plates divided by 5 means 24. And that means 24 times 60 screws per minute, which means 1440 screws per minute is how many screws we have to make to maximize this guy. And that means divided by 4 iron rods. So it means a fourth of that in iron rods, which means 360 iron rods per minute. So there's that. So what you need to do is figure out, or the next step here is to figure out for iron ingots, if we need 1440 iron ingots, and we make those at 30 per minute, then we need 48 smelters in order to process all of this iron. So let's go back here and we'll add 48 smelters to that list, right? And then we need everything that we would need for processing 360 rods, which means constructors. So if a rod is being produced at 15 per minute, then we need 360 divided by 15, which is 24. So we need 24 constructors just for rods. Screws are made in a constructor as well. And so if we need 1440 screws, then we also need that many constructors for that. So divided by 40 is another 36 constructors for screws. And then we need constructors for plates, because if we're going to be making 120 reinforced iron plates, divided by 5. Oh, I heard the sub. I'm not looking at the Twitch right now, though, so thank you. I will get to you in a second. 24 times 30 plates would mean 720 plates per minute. And 720 plates per minute divided by the rate that they're produced, which is 20 per minute, means 36 constructors just for plates. So we're dealing with 72 plus 24, which is 98, I want to say. 36 times 2 plus 24, 96. 96 constructors to make all of this happen. Come here. Plus 96. So that is our wish list of everything that we need in order to make those items. And then on top of that, we need the concrete to make this place fucking massive and more than one story. So that is going to be the plan for this. So that should be exactly what we need to make this a thing. Let me go check that sub real quick. Kayless J, what's up, dude? Slash her. people. Hey, we got viewers. I've been hardcore ignoring this, so you know, don't be afraid to be active in chat. That's totally okay, guys. Let me know if you have any questions and stuff like that. I only have like 250 hours in Satisfactory, so like I'm not like a total expert, but I can definitely help from the beginning and help with all this kind of planning and stuff. So thank you for coming by. Let me know if I say your name wrong and all that stuff too. That's totally possible. And I think Block just killed me, so that's fun as well. But we're hopping into, oh no, not yet. We're hopping into Block save, and he's the other person talking, and we're helping him with his save to get him going and on how to do all this other stuff that took me a while to figure out. So basically all the stuff that I had to learn on the first like 120 hours of my Satisfactory gameplay, we're helping him with. And why can I not? My escape thing is now permanently up. Why is this happening? Don't do this to me. Come on.
I killed you because I needed space here. You stand right in the right where I wanted to place the
concrete. Yeah.
The foundation.
Well, I think you might have given me a.
And pushed your.
Wait.
Your dead body.
Oh, okay.
Away.
Well, something.
Then I revived you.
Yo, you can revive someone? I didn't know you can revive someone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Usually when I die, it's in solos. Kaylee's. Like tails at the ends. Kaylee's. Okay. I've just never seen anyone with that name before. So hi, Kaylee's. Kales? You said like tails at the ends, but like which spelling of tails? Like tails with an I? Like, I know you put it with LE, but like at least for me, I've never been able to hear a difference in how you pronounce it. So the second one. Okay. The way that you spelt it, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Kaylee's. Or Kayla. God damn, you know what? I'm too white for this. I can't. You're asking a lot of a white dude from California. Like if it's not like a name that's frequently used by people who smoke pot, I probably can't pronounce it. Like you're asking for more than you think. Also, my game is literally like doing a weird thing right now. I'm gonna try this to see if that it didn't. That's gonna quit the whole game.
Yeah, and then you can restart it.
Yeah, I might need to. Actually, might need to, but I'm gonna die if I do that. So I'm gonna go put my body next to the hub. Come on. Do the thing. So hopefully it wasn't reviving that did that, but it might have. Multiplayer has a lot of bugs, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is
maybe because I killed you when you were in the
menu. That's what I'm thinking it was too. If because you killed me while I was in the thing, that definitely did a thing. Firewall blocks the features. That's fine. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to restart here. So toss you guys on chatting. Quick little restarting thing. Oh, Among Us doesn't update. Okay, cool. I'll have to. I don't even know why I care. I never play that anymore anyway. Oh, that's definitely warm. I left a cup of milk sitting on my desk, and it's definitely cold. Not cold. Like that was at least 3 hours ago, so I probably shouldn't drink that. Oh, so if you guys have anything like that you want to know as well, one, don't be afraid to check out the Discord. Right, there's a link in the Discord for well, no, there isn't a link in the Discord for anything. I'm used to saying that there's not a link in the Discord for this, but oh, Block, we need to make a section in the Discord for Satisfactory now. That's a thing. Do we have a chat?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you.
You can do that.
That's the thing that Block helps me with, because he's my mod and fantastic and deserves many things, including money, but I don't have that. So let's see, we'll go with okay, cool. So there's that should be doing the thing. Perfect. So we need to do all of the things still here that I had queued up, at least not on my screen, right? Production, we need 96 constructors. We need Mark III miners for sure. You're gonna need all three Mark II miners rather. You're gonna need fuck. Nightmare Shield, what's up, dude? Yeah, it has been a minute. It's been so long I forgot that you were a follower. What's up, man? We're doing some Satisfactory this time around. How many smelters do we need? I think it was like 32, right? Let me pull up the Excel document again. Hopefully I remember what all those words were supposed to mean, because I didn't put any writing next to it. Fuck, I didn't do that. I'm assuming 36 was important. Work got in the way of you getting on Twitch. Yeah, it'll do that, man. Thanks though for coming by. I appreciate you having the time and deciding to watch me instead. Thank you. Right, I don't remember what those numbers mean because I forgot to put the words with them. So I'm gonna do that this time so that I don't forget. So we need 96 constructors, and that we're making 720 plates per minute. So that's our goal for plates. We're making 360 rods per minute. Our goal for that. We're making 1,440 screws per minute, which is that, and that is all to make 120 reinforced iron plates. Reinforce to plates, and then that requires 96 constructors. It requires 1,440 ingots, which that was 1,440. I'm just using the calculator on my computer, but it's not gonna work for this. I need to use my phone. 1,440 divided by 30 is 48, so it's gonna take 48 smelters. So 48 smelters, and I think it was 36 constructors. I'm sorry, assemblers, if I'm remembering correctly, because we're not using any alternates. It would take less stuff if we used alternates, but we don't have any of those unlocked right now. So 120 per minute divided by 5 is 24 assemblers. So 48 smelters, 24 assemblers. Oh, duh, I should have known that. It's just half of... all right. 48 smelters, 96 constructors, and 24 assemblers, all to make 720 plates per minute in order to make 360 rods per minute to make 1,440 screws per minute to make... Nightmare Shield contributed 560 total to the Give Me Content or Give Me Gifted Subs challenge. Thank you, bud. I think that one's just about doing the thing. I think that's like nothing happens if that one's completed, but because it says give me gifted it was supposed to be a joke on like give me liberty or give me death kind of thing. So we might actually give away some gifted subs if we do that. So we'll probably have to make that a thing since I have that in the name. The plan wasn't to do any of that, but we should probably do that. So it was what, 48 smelters is what I said, right? 48 smelters, 24 assemblers, and 96 constructors. Yeah, perfect. And then 3 Mark II miners. That is everything that we need. That should be a shared list between both of us, right? I think for multiplayer. So we need a lot of this stuff. Do you have cable automated yet? Oh my god, I'm laggy.
No.
Why? I literally can't do like
It's
anything.
because
Oh.
because I'm standing on you.
Can you not?
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that was a storage bin. I thought that was my death box for a second. So we're gonna need all that stuff. Let's put this stuff away. Oh no, I do need that because I have the rebar gun. Do I? Wait, do I? No. Oh, I do. Oh, okay, cool. I think it gave me all my stuff back from when I was like in here before. That's kind of neat. It didn't used to do that.
Yeah, I revived you.
Oh, that's right. So for some reason when I rejoined, that was like a thing. I don't know why, but okay. We'll take those out. We'll put you in. And okay, cool. So we need to start on the factory floor, but we also need to automate a lot of other stuff to make this go faster, because you don't want to make 1,000 cable by hand. You totally can, but not a great idea. So we're also going to have to tear down a lot of this stuff because this is in the way for what we need to do next time. And you also didn't build this high enough. Or at least I guess you did if we go the other way, right? Like now we're kind of hard capped with how far to the west we can go because of how low this is to the ground. So this is going to be like now the far right end of our factory. And then there's only now, you know, it also helps to go far enough out, because like you have to be able to get over these rocks and stuff too, otherwise they get in the way of the factory and like they clip into the buildings and stuff. So oh, there's this big rock here too. Yeah, so unfortunately, unless you want to make that building really tall, we're gonna have to rebuild this so that the bottom of the factory is all the way up here to get over this rock. So that's that's what we're gonna need to do. So we're gonna take an 8x4 and just build up here, like well above that rock like this, and then line that up whatever way that you want, and then this is now your new like middle ground, and so this should square up just fine. That looks like it's pointing in a good direction every way, so that's good. Yeah, here. So that should be pretty good. That's gonna go straight into this wall, pretty nice. It'll go straight this way pretty well, and then it can go all the way back out to there pretty well too. Alternatively, you could, I mean, you don't really have, like, this is what I would recommend doing. You don't have to. Like, you could make it really narrow in between that rock and then call it good. Or what you could do is maybe even like just build around this rock on the first floor and then build like above it on the second floor, and that would kind of work. But I personally, like, when it comes to how much space you're really wasting there, it's not that much. It's like 4 meters. So it's not that big a deal. And what this lets you do is have a subfloor underneath on the ground without having to build one yourself. So if anything, using the subfloor method, this actually saves you space because you don't have to build a subfloor any other way. And what you can also do is once you have that 4 meter one, you can build a 1 meter underneath it and then delete the 4 meter blocks. And now you have even more space because this is now your guide block for your factory floor at the same height as the other one. So now you can build everything off of this 1 meter on the bottom floor and still have all this room down below. And you can build, your ramps off of this. And I like to use the 4 meters when I'm building ramps to give me a bigger target. And now here you go. You've got your new factory floor all the way up here at the right height, but you're also not, wasting as much space below because you have the 1 meters, So this will help your factory not be as tall, which doesn't seem like that big a deal, but when you have the jetpack, it's really nice to have like not super tall factories because you can get higher up in them when you're doing that. So I definitely would recommend it. It also means you're going to be using the conveyor lifts a little bit more than you are right now as well, because you're going to have to lift the material up to this level, which you'll probably end up doing by destroying this thing and then lifting it up and turning it the other way around where that multiplayer body is. And where these foundations are, you'll probably be bringing up resources from here. That way you have more space over here to build out the way that we just did. So that'll be kind of the game plan for this. And then we can, add and shrink this as we go. And for me, the fastest way to build this kind of stuff is to just go along a line like that. That's what I do, is just run in a direction and then build it. So that's in my opinion the fastest way to get this kind of stuff done. And then we're gonna have to start deleting some stuff to make this work. So start with the miners and let that other stuff run all the way out, because we can build over these storages. We built high enough that we don't have to worry about storage being an issue. So we'll build this out until the only thing that we have left to cover are the factory beneath. Thank you. And then we'll go through and build over that too.
Okay.
And personally, for me, I think that it is worth building over like all of this, because this is like your new floor. Like, this is what I mean about like deforestation and stuff, is that this is your new sea level basically. Like, from here on out, this is your new sea level. And this is like the first thing I do when I get to a new biome now. Like, I immediately go, okay, what is my new sea level, so I can build everything off of that. And it makes conveyors and like scaling up like 1,000 times easier. And there's still enough room under this to like run, so I don't have to worry about like covering a bunch of stuff, because you can still very easily walk under all of this. And some of this stuff you can totally leave as is. You don't have to destroy all this stuff yet. But we're gonna start with our reinforced iron plate factory, and then we'll expand and redo the other factories as we get deeper in the chain here. Because the goal is definitely going to be to establish a massive infrastructure for you, because you need it. You're absolutely at that point in the game where now you have the potential for power to come in and be like amazing, because now coal power is like 10 out of 10, and the only reason that you need to use the chainsaw is to get rid of bushes and stuff in your way, like this. This is what I would go through with the chainsaw and get rid of all the stuff in my way of building. But otherwise, like, everything else is like, fuck it kind of thing. Like, you don't need it.
Okay.
So there's that. Yeah. So, oh yeah, this is that's a no-go zone now. Okay, cool. That's a no-go zone. Okay, cool. So now that'll be part of what we redo, but we're gonna need to make this bigger, because we're gonna have to space out for what is it, 48? How many smelters are we doing here? 48 smelters. That takes up a good amount of space, and that also means that we have a belt limit, how many we can do per belt as well. So there's a hard limit to how many of these guys we're going to be able to build in a certain grouping in order to do that, like and I'll show you what I mean in a minute, because we're going to plan based off of 480 per minute belt speed as well. So we're going to group them together in groups of 480 input per minute, which is going to mean that for every 480, which is going to be that one belt divided by 30, we can have 16 miners on each thing, because they consume at a 30 per minute rate. So for every 16 smelters, we're going to have to make a new belt column. And what I have found to be the easiest way to do this, and let me maybe make a new preset here for constructors, assemblers, and smelters. Actually, I'm gonna make a couple of presets here. I'm gonna make one for smelters, and then another one. And this one will have Mark 1 belts, Mark 1 lifts, and stackable conveyor poles. And then the other section here is gonna have Mark 1 belts. It'll have constructors and assemblers on a lower key. I'm not gonna need those as much. And then belts, lifts, conveyor poles, and then come back for 5 for assemblers. And so that'll be that. So for a smelter, go back up. A smelter, I need wire. So let's grab some wire, because we at least have some wire being automated. Yeah, and I wouldn't worry about copper sheets right now either, because copper sheets is only used for pipelines. You won't need them for any buildings, and so for pipelines and stuff, you do need them, which I guess you will need for water because you're at coal power. But maybe never mind. That's probably a bad advice. I mean, you won't need them for a long time, so what you have will be enough. So you could switch that to wire, and then or switch that straight. Honestly, put that bin in a different spot, and switch that automation that you have for copper sheets to cable, and rerun your wire through that other constructor and start making cable, because we're gonna need that more than we need copper sheets right now. And the amount of copper sheets you have, 4,000 copper sheets, that's enough to make an entire coal plant at like fucking max, like we talked about before. So you have plenty of copper sheets. So the best way that I have found to make smelters and just make anything in a group is to do what you've seen me do on my bit here, where I line them up like that and leave enough room for splitters and mergers to go in between, and put them like this. So the inputs are on, or realistically we probably want the outputs facing the same way, so we'll do it that way. So we'll have 16 smelters put together like this, inputs facing the same way, right? Just like that. A merger in the middle, and then we'll have 2 different output lines with splitters going all the way down. And then that'll be how we make this. This is in my findings, it's the best way to use it on the least amount of space and the least amount of belts. So this is what I like to do, and this is how I recommend you build it as well. I just realized that I also need to have mergers and splitters on this little stack I have going on here. So 5 will be splitters, 6 will be mergers, and then do the same thing on the other guy of 5 will be splitters, 6 will be mergers, then I'll go back and make 7 assemblers. So that'll be what we need to do this, and we're gonna start spacing them out. So if we, oh, you know what, we have a new rightmost end of the factory. We're gonna want to leave some room for that limestone production too. That'll take up a hot minute of space, so we'll probably leave this area for limestone. So we could start honestly probably around the same area here. Like this would probably be the factory beginning here. So I'll mark it with some conveyor poles so that we know like what the westmost part of the factory will be, because it's gonna take we're gonna need some space to drive through. You know what, this rock just made that decision for me. This rock is the new west. That's gonna be annoying to build around, so fuck that rock. And this is the new west. So everything that we do should be with this space in mind. So this one here would be the new limit, and I like to leave 1 to 2 foundations of space for belts and for just various other things that you're going to need in the factory. So this is where the actual production would start, and then that is your safety net in case you have to do some weird fucky things, you know. Like that's kind of how I build, so that they're a little bit bigger than I need. So, you know, this is enough room to fit like 1 more smelter, 1 more assembler, 1 more constructor, that kind of thing. So worst case scenario, if I need more room, two lines of space is perfect. Sometimes I just do 1 when I know I only need 1, which you're going to see in my videos, that frequently I leave 1 on some spaces instead of 2, but 2 is a good habit to get into until you know better. And then when you figure out more what you're doing and you know you're not going to fuck up and you're future-proofing enough, then 1 is plenty, because you only really need 1 for belts, especially with these stackable conveyor poles. So we're going to leave two lines of space, so this whole area will be nothing except for that miner. That'll be an exception. Or, I mean, maybe we'll just make it 1. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just do it by 1. It's no big deal. So this will be you should do 2, but we don't really have the room for 2 on this side, so we'll just do 1. So this will be where the factory floor actually starts, and then this will be where, you know, our, like, basically you can just pretend like this doesn't exist, because this will be like a road from here out. It'll be roads for you to be able to get through the area with either trains, trucks, or whatever you need later. And so that's what this infrastructure is going to be for. So this will be our marker for building, so we know not to build past this. Now the reason we're doing that is to figure out how wide the factory needs to be, because we know that we're going to make smelters in sets of 2. So we're going to have a space of 1, like we talked about. So this is the space of 1 for the input. I'm going to leave a little bit more room there, so like 1.5 for this particular building, so that way we can have room for a splitter. Well, that's a merger, but for a splitter to come in and go here, and then still have a little bit of room for belts after that. So that's what this space here is for belt work. So leaving a little bit of room there for the splitter to fit is ideal. Or actually, you know what? This is exactly where I would do the two facing rule. If they were facing this way, then that's perfect, right? But because of where our inputs are coming from, we know that they're going to be coming from north to south. So we want our smelters to be facing east to west to make as little belt work as possible. So since they're facing east to west, I'm going to add that other buffer that we talked about and putting it right there on this line of that extra space. So that's what we're going to do here. So we're just shifting the factory more to the side. I realized that what I said before was a mistake, so listen to this advice, not the last advice. And then this would be that. And so then we have to go through and make another smelter here that would fit in the middle with a merger, right? So we have to do, can I make the thing? Merger. There we go. So that's kind of not enough room to make a merger. So we're going to put that there, and then we're going to delete this, and then we're going to add another one back. Oh, God. Great. Here. Do here. Right. Okay, so another one right here with enough room. So I'm going to go on No, that doesn't have enough room either. Do right here with thing. Look for the line. Go a little bit closer because that's enough room there. So that's perfect. And you have a little bit of room for the power pole too, but they can go on top of this if you don't mind about that. So this would now be one group, right? And then this one group would go down by 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 right there. So this would be number 8. So we don't have quite enough room to do another 8 back this way. So this whole 8 would need to be shifted more to here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build one here. That way before we delete everything. Oh, what's going on here? My game's kind of freezing. What did I hit something. Oh, I did the thing for slash commands. That's what I did. So I'm going to build one smelter here in line with those, so I know, like, now the length is still going to be the same, but I can now build these guys down this way and get the right length, so I can count out how many smelters and leave room for belt work, right? So these guys are going to be in the way out to, let's say, about here. So from here on is where we want to do our smelters. So those 5 are dumb. So these 4 matter. And then this one is the same as this. So this would still be 4. This would be 5. This would be 6, 7, 8 right there. And that's our limit because we're not going to... Or we could go 16, but if you go 16 lawn, then when you double up this way, then you have to have another belt from the other side going all the way around to feed back in from the back. Because this one belt won't handle... Or you have to do double wide, right? It's, yeah, we remember how we left room for one belt. If you got 16 lawn, you'd have to go either 2 wide belts or lead one all the way around, and that wouldn't be great either. So what I do is I do it in groupings like this, and then run stuff kind of like just past it versus having to split it off again. It makes it a little bit less belt spaghetti. And if you wanted to run 2 lines through, then you totally could. And you could do 16 lawn, but now with this 8th one ending right here, this is actually the perfect amount of extra stuff on this end, so where I don't have to build any more concrete facing that way. So this is already the perfect factory size deep. It just needs to be the perfect factory size wide. And so this is the width that we would need. Oh, not quite the width that we would need, right? Oh yeah, it would be. This is the proper width. So that's going to help me deal with this. And this would be for 16 smelters out to right about here. And then I need to leave enough room for more belt work. I always leave about a two wide gap in between each grouping to allow belts to go through, past, above, all that kind of stuff. So this is like the next place that I would have a potential input. So then we need another, row here, maybe even 3. 3 is a better advice. So 3 is more sound advice. So now if I build in line with that one, for my next grouping to start here, that'll do. So now the next grouping can start here. We've got plenty of room to walk past, maybe even room to get a tractor through, plenty of room to sprawl out belts. This would be the next group of 16 starting here. And then we need room for a splitter. I know this is a merger, but I don't have the stuff to build a splitter, so that's another 16 there, and that's wide enough. And then now this is only 32, right? That was one group of 16, 2 groups of 16. We need another group of 16 to get this up to the 48 smelters that we need. Oh, I've made 20. I've made some, so it's ruining that number, but it should be another 16 that we would need. Should be 3 groups of 16 to get up to 48. So now we know that we have to go wider to make this factory work. So we're gonna have to go back to our concrete loadout, and we already know that this is the right depth, right here. So all these foundations can get deleted for now because we don't really need that yet. We don't want to lie on what we're doing. So in order to make sure that we're doing this without overbuilding, because materials are not like super hard to get right now, but it's enough that we probably don't want to build more than we need to. So We'll do that, and then we have to make this a good bit wider to make this accommodate the next bit. Now, what we also could do is we could make the next floor now, but that wouldn't really matter too much. Like, it's possible to go through and do this. Thank you. I don't know how wide we have to go yet, so let's figure that out, because this is now the next set here. So we need to go 1, 2, 3 at minimum, and then the next smelter would go right here as an input, and then we would need, yeah, we have to keep going a little bit wider.
Okay.
Even wider. So honestly, it's probably just all the way to this rock, right? Like, that's realistically, we'll probably have the whole factory sprawl out like this big, because this is going to be, and 3 wide might have actually been a little bit too much. If we go back to the 2 wide method, then that could probably be okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna just assume that we're gonna build this right the first time, and I'm gonna go back to the 2 wide method, because 3 wide is gonna make this factory all the way over to there, and we could scrunch a little bit tighter and be a bit more efficient with space. So let's go ahead and go back to the 2 wide method. So this would count as 1, this would count as 2, and then we'd have another 1 right about here, and that's realistically enough room. We can make that work. It's gonna be tight, but we can make it work. And then another merger here. Right, yep, okay, and then another one right here. That's too far. So let's go back to there. That's actually enough room, believe it or not. Oh, that's the wrong thing for it to plug into that, but that should be enough room. So, you know, we'll leave a little bit more just in case. We're new, theoretically we need room for power poles and stuff too, so that's plenty. And then from here, this would be 1, this would be another 2 right about here. Build that a little bit off center, that way we have about 2 whole width. And then we'll go to here and build a merger, and then this would be our last smelter right about there. And so this would be our new width, because that would be 1 group of 16, 2 groups of 16, 3 groups of 16, which would give us up to 48. And then this is our new cutoff point. So we would build all the way out to about here, and this is our new factory size. But it's not this long, because we're building too far deep off of the thing. So we're gonna get the width right right now, but this is too deep. So it does need to be this wide at the very least, which is gonna come into this factory over here, which is okay. And it only has to go to here. So that one can get deleted. So this is the space that we need over here for this. So this has got to get filled in. Oh, whoops. Thank you. So now this is the big factory floor, which definitely looks a lot scarier than it seems. And we won't even need all of this either, because of how we plan this out. So some of this can get deleted a little bit because we had to leave room for the miners. But that's basically the width that we're looking at. And now the next step is to make sure that we have everything that we need. So now we need to get everything on that list, on top of enough stuff for Mark 1 belts. At the very least, we're gonna need Mark 2s eventually, but we won't, really have that until we get everything automated. So we're gonna go ahead and like pretend that we have, say, 1,000 Mark 1. Can I click this, please? 1,000 Mark 1 belts, right? On top of that'll be enough to cover conveyor lifts too, and we're gonna need probably I'd say probably a couple hundred splitters. So let's get like 200 splitters and like 200 mergers to make sure we have all that material. And that would be our new updated list, as well as smelters. I need to go back and put that back up to 48. And so once we have everything on that list, then we can start building. and not worry about that too much. So we have hella iron plates. We need rotors. We've got enough rods. We've got enough wire. But it's the steel pipe, the encased steel beams, and the portable miners. That's to make Mark II miners. We don't need that quite yet. That could wait. So I'll remove that from the list. We don't totally need Mark IIs. So we could get rid of those Mark IIs. But we definitely need to make those reinforced iron plates by hand. That's for the constructors. In order to make all the 96 constructors and more, we will need reinforced iron plates. We have you automating cable right now, which means the only thing we have to make by hand is the rotors, but that should be for making assemblers. And that can kind of wait. We won't need that quite yet, but we will need it eventually. So if we start with the iron plates and the reinforced iron plates, the cable, and the regular iron plates, that will be enough to build everything we need. So since we don't have any of that automated quite yet, we need to start making that by hand. And that's not going to be too fun, but it won't take too long because you do already have screws manufactured, so that's kind of nice. So it's going to be time to start handcrafting some reinforced iron plates, and then we're going to be good to go. And then we can start deleting everything once we have all this made. So does this take into account how many reinforced iron plates you have too, or is it just mine?
It doesn't show me the...
it doesn't show you the list? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How many reinforced iron plates do you have made right now?
13.
13? Okay. Yeah, then just keep that then. So I'll start making these, and then what you can start doing is taking or the cable. You can start doing cable. We're gonna need a lot of cable, and we're gonna need more than that too. That's another thing. Power has to be a thing. So we have to have like hella power lines. So like probably like 250 at least in power lines. You're going to be having probably 100 power poles at least. Maybe not 100, but definitely like 50. Definitely like 50 power poles, hands down. So you're gonna need some concrete for that too. So more cable, more plates, concrete as well. Because don't these take concrete? They do take concrete, and they take wire. So yeah, so you only need like 50 concrete though, so that's plenty. We have concrete. Cable is going to be the big thing. So making sure that you have about 1,700 cable before we start doing this is going to be important. But actually, you know what? The cable is automated in a different spot, so that doesn't matter. So all we really need is enough plates and screws, which we actually already have. So low key, like you could start now. You could start deleting this now, and it would be fine. Because we have plenty stored up that we can definitely make that many right now. So I'll just keep handcrafting these.
The iron production, or what should I delete?
The iron production. So delete what you have for screws and rods right next to us that we just built on top of, and then fill in the rebuild the miners facing the other way, facing the rock wall, and then get some conveyor lifts bringing them up to the new floor that we established, and that'll be step 1.
Okay.
And actually, I'm not gonna. Instead of doing this, I'm just gonna make an assembler. This is too many to do by hand, so I'm just gonna make an assembler, which takes rotors. Okay, let's make some rotors. Okay, so let's do that, and I need cable. Okay, well, let's make some cable. Okay, and then we're gonna go over here. Oh wait, you have the screws going this way. Okay. Why do you have the screws going this way?
I think I used them to make rotors.
Ah, okay.
But I only had the screws automated, so I had to put other stuff right here. I think it was... I don't know.
So what we're gonna do?
Now I have them hooked up into the.
Oh, you have 2 different bins. Okay. Oh, you have I'll take those. What do you have? Oh, you have plates here too. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna build something over here to make assembler here and an assembler here to have them both make reinforced iron plates. And we'll overclock both of these. Or actually, no, otherwise we have to use more than a Mark 1 belt. So we're gonna disconnect just one of these guys, I think. How many per minute are you making? Oh, you're not making them at all anymore. So yeah, we'll have, never mind. So we'll have both. Yeah, so stop syncing them, because now we're not making them anymore. So we don't want to do that. And we're gonna have one storage bin. Oh god, why is that still doing that? Oh, okay, it's just visual lag. One storage bin will go into this one, and then another storage bin will go into this one, and then you know what, this needs to be higher up. I'm gonna do this the right way. So we'll do you here, and then we'll put you here, and then that leaves the room for a belt to go on the floor. So so now you can go there, and then your plates need to get put in here too. So we'll go ahead and grab this, and you have one box. Yeah, only one thing of plates. That's okay. So we'll take this line of plates. Can I invalid aim location? Why? Oh, there's limestone here. Okay, that's why. Okay, we'll take this one line of belts, and we'll run it over to here, and we'll put a splitter on the guy. We'll split one line off here, split one line off there, and if you could get power, that would be perfect.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, it's just I'm in the way. Okay. Oh, actually, this is just right here, huh? Oh, I don't have my power shortcut set up yet. Oh, okay, it comes with one. Okay, cool. So we'll just grab you, put you there. You got that one set up too, and then perfect. Now these guys are both making plates. Okay. For some reason, it's being weird with me, but that's actually working, so I'll let that go. And then that's coming through and doing the right thing. I have some reinforced iron plates already, so what we're gonna do with those reinforced iron plates is upgrade these belts to get the iron everything in here faster. I don't have enough to do that, so once this guy's made a couple, I'll snag them, and we'll overclock some of this stuff too, just to make it go a little bit faster. We won't have quite enough screw. Yeah, we'll upgrade the screw lines too. That'll be important. And if you have any shards on you, then definitely throw them in here to get that to happen faster.
Okay.
And I need yeah, I'll put Mark 2s on this set so I can have that shortcut handy. Only a 4. Did you already? Oh, I think you already went through and got them all Mark 2s, didn't you?
I think I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you did. Okay, cool. We won't need these anymore. And then I'll go ahead and toss all of my iron plates in there too, because that's going to be important. We do need some iron plates though, so make sure that we save. Oh, we need 1,800 iron plates. So make sure that you save 1,800 iron plates from this whole process. And we need rods too, so that'll be handy. So we have enough rods stored. Oh, but you got to do a better job with your inventory here. This is a nightmare going through and picking up all these boxes. Yeah. So what you can do, what I like to do when I'm doing a lot of this stuff, is just make a storage bin, and then just throw everything in it and not worry about what the hell's in it, because it's just a random storage bin designed for that, like a giant personal storage. Because you need that right now. So these 2 storage bins, actually not that high because we have to build over that. These 2 storage bins can just be for whatever the fuck you need them to be. So you have a bunch of iron ingots and ore in here from deleting stuff, just toss it in there. No big deal. And then we'll start storing the items that we need for the rest of the build in here too, because we don't want to delete all these iron plates because we need 1,800 of them. So this was 4,000 plates in here, but I'm going to save 1,800. So I'm going to go through my inventory and go, okay, how many is 1,800 to make all of this? And that is, and we'll save 2,000 just to be sure, just to be safe. I'm going to go over here, dump all 2,000 of those in there, and then take this back and put it back to be made into reinforced iron plates. And then same thing with screws. We don't need any screws, so all the screws can very safely go in these bins because we don't need them for anything other than reinforced iron plates. I also always keep a storage bin empty that is hooked up to an awesome sink because we will always need that too. So next for rods, we're gonna need 690 rods, so 4 stacks of rods just for an even 8. That's no big deal. So we're gonna keep all of that stuff in here. We're gonna need at least 1,000 concrete, so we'll keep that concrete in there too. And we're gonna need a good amount of cable, so we'll start throwing cable in there as well. We need 1,635 cable, so we'll put about 1,800 cable in that as well. And then that's about it. Everything else is going to be automated over there. So let's see if we have enough cable for that. We may not, but we might. No, not yet, but we have enough. It's enough to get going. The next thing after this is going to be power, because you're not going to have enough power to like get all this running, but it'll be a good start. And then all of this stuff can just get hooked up to a sink later. Then we can go around and get all these boxes again. Which I think you did. Perfect. So what is this? This is still making plates. Oh, okay, cool. So we're still making plates, which is good. But we don't really need that. I don't think we need to anymore. Once we get, actually, no, once we get the enough of these guys. Why is it doing this to me? I don't know why it's doing that. But it was saying that there was no recipe selected. I guess there wasn't for some reason. Why wasn't there a recipe selected? That's weird. How'd that happen? Okay. And then let's get another storage unit. Oh, now I don't have any iron rods to make the stuff. Psh. Go me. I'm smart. And we'll go... Where's the ladder? There'd be a ladder to go on top of this. There it is. Boop. And we'll go... oh, here. Let's put this on 5. And then we'll do that. And we'll do this. And we'll go over to you and go for 6. There we go. To do this. Right about there. Come over to here. These don't craft at a fast enough rate to worry about any of these belts being Mark II. And now we can get both of these guys over there, and we can power slug these a bit more. Do you have any more power slugs? I think I had 2 slugs that I brought back. You check the storage bin by the...
I also had 2 slugs.
Okay, because in the storage bin by the MAM, we should have the thing, a couple slugs from my road trip in the bin that you can turn into more shards, I think.
Yeah. And
then let's take that apart so that we can use the scrap, the other resources. Come here. Okay. Here. And then do this again. Storage for 8. And then go back to the other one and go to 7 and hook you up like right there. And put you there. Okay, perfect. Yeah, go shove them anywhere you can. Miners and the other assemblers first. And hook that up to a Mark II. and then throw you in there, and all of that, and all of that. And I'll throw some wire in there too. Just to get it gone. So, cool. So now you have a little dump for personal storage. And there were 2 more slugs. That's fantastic. 2 power shards. And we're gonna need you and probably you. So we'll take that out. I'll make some... I'll probably just sink that actually. That doesn't even matter. Yeah. I will just sink you. You don't matter. And keep the steel beams.
It wouldn't make sense to overclock the miners because the conveyor belts and the constructors aren't fast enough to. So
eventually they will be. So it's kind of like if you don't have to now. Yeah, totally right. But like might as well. Like what else are we gonna overclock? Because we have to delete these constructors anyway, and the smelters to start building the new layer. So it doesn't really matter if we overclock any of this because we have to stop all this production to make more.
Okay.
You can also just store them too. I have like 50 of them stored in my save because I just don't have anything worth overclocking yet. So I do the same thing. Oh, there's no... There they are. Put you in there. That's a good amount of reinforced iron plates just from deleting all that stuff too. But yeah, let's go ahead and get the rest of that concrete filled in, and we'll check in on how this is doing. Yeah, there's like 100, so we'll put those in here. Help with that, and yeah, we'll fill in that concrete. We'll rebuild those miners facing the correct way. Now we have this gone, so before we fill up the entire hole, we'll go ahead and make a little ramp for us to get up there. Oh, I don't have any concrete. Why don't I have any concrete? There we go. So little ramp here that we can get up there again after we delete this stuff, because we're gonna have to delete these miners. Yeah, don't go too crazy on that yet, because you have to put the miners in first. You're gonna be in the way of the miner. Yeah, there's a node right there, so you can get all that concrete back now too. You don't need any of this, so you can go through and delete all this concrete and sink it. And then Mark 1 miners. Yeah, we don't have enough for Mark 2s. Not quite. Okay. Oh, there is like just enough room to make it face this way, huh? Yeah, there was just enough room. Fuck yeah, let's do it. Okay, cool. So that one's in, and this is now we don't have room to build anything there, which is I guess okay. And then we'll go ahead and build you. Can't afford. Why would I not be able to afford another mic 1? I just deleted this miner a second ago. Why can I now no longer? Oh, because I spent that on. Never mind. Because I used it to make that. I'm just being dumb. I'll steal from you right now.
Okay.
Oop. And there we go. Mark 1 miner. Approaching another's clearance. It's probably that concrete getting in the way. Yeah, it was just that concrete getting in the way. That's fine. It can get in the way. Do this, and we'll have this one go probably this way. We'll probably have this one go this way. And then the third one we'll have facing the other way. Oh, we didn't take into account where that third node is. Huh? That third node is right here. That's actually gonna be in the way of all these other smelters. Huh. Okay, then we have to shift up where the whole factory is then. We can't build it where we started, so we might have to go out further. But it still needs to be this wide, but there's a lot of the stuff we can delete then, if that's the case. Why am I missing a portable miner? Oh, because I didn't make one yet. I just deleted them. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong thing to make a portable miner. There we go. Do you that way. Minimize what we're utilizing here, which also means you can go back, which is now the new start right there, which is perfect. And then we'll leave a little bit on edge here, and that's gonna have to get deleted. I can already tell. Oh yeah, no, that's gonna have to get deleted. We'll see if we can get away with it, but I think that's not gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay. So then this can just go, which will go facing out the other way. Oh, and we're gonna have power on this top floor too, so don't worry. Well, actually, you get a power run underneath, but we don't really need to. It's gonna just kind of clip for no reason. So I wouldn't worry about hooking this up to power yet. We're a pretty long way off from that point here. Cool. Do that. Do this. And then start filling in the rest of this. Whoa. Encroaching others' clearance. Where and why? Oh, that player's in the way. Can you move him? I can't build a foundation here because he's in the way.
I can kill him.
We can get around it if you don't want to, because...
No, I'm gonna kill him.
Okay. Because we can just belt it over this highway. That was fun. But now we can do that. So, cool. So this is our new factory floor. So what we thought was going to be the start out is actually going to be right here. So it's going to be a 1, 2 out, where now the smelters start on this line, which is 1, 2, say 3 before what we thought. So if this was 8 all the way out to here, then now what we have to do is build another 3 smelters. 2, and then another one after this. So we might have to build on top of what we just made, which I don't think which now we can't. We don't have clearance to build over that. That's fun. I thought I put that far enough out of the way, but obviously we didn't because mistakes happen. So this is now 1, 2, enough for one more constructor. This is about how far out we have to go, is right about here, but we can't build out to there yet. So if we could take where we are right now and build another 1, 2, 3 foundations, that should be enough out to make this work. So it should be able to go out to here and be okay. That won't be too bad. And then it has to be this wide all the way out to there. So that's going to be the new spot now. So we'll just go ahead and make this. Okay. Now, so the other thing is that now that this is like the new floor of this place, I'm not worried about like going out too far this way, right? That doesn't really matter because we're not going to worry about that, right? like this is as far out as we're gonna go, and this is as far in as we're gonna go. So if we marked this off with those stackable poles, then like this, really it's like this bit here is our far in for the factory, and then this bit all the way out here is how wide the factory would go. But then all of this space in here is completely unused. So this space all the way to say here is totally free to go. Like all of this space here from here, we'll move that one more over. Like all of this space on, you can do whatever the fuck you want with. Like all of this big chunk here, this like, what is this, 4x6 chunk? This is now technically road. So this can go away for now, but like that can just be whatever you need it to be in the future. There's no need for that to be part of the factory right now. To do ramp. And you, and then ramp again. Okay. So yeah, that's how we can just get back up. So all of this needs to be factory, basically, from like this bit on needs to be factory. But all of that can be whatever the fuck it needs to. But this is all factory. So the next thing is that while you start building that, we're not like done yet, right? This is just the smelters. The next bit that we need is constructors. So this is where we go vertical from here. So this is our footprint with smelters, like to keep all the smelters on one floor. Now we know our footprint, which is, you know, from here over, or really, I guess, from here over. So that's, I guess, no, that was kind of the old bit here. So all this bit here, I don't know why that's there. So this can all go away. From this rock over is our factory floor. Oh, you're gonna paint it? Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is our factory floor. And oh, this line here don't paint because we have this. We're gonna add to this. This is just in the way below, so you're gonna have to repaint that line, but that's okay.
Yeah, okay.
And then yeah, from here, whoops, I fell, all the way over. Do I have blade runners on? I do. Oh, I'm getting used to them. Okay, cool. So yeah, so this is all the factory. If you want to paint the whole factory, then that works too. But this is all factory here. Now the next bit is going to be the ceiling. I like to do about 12 meters on ceiling, but you won't have to go that high, I don't think. And at this point, it's what I recommend doing what I call a subfloor. So you have another floor dedicated for running belts. You don't have to make it as big as the factory, but I like to leave that space just to be safe. So what I'll show you how I build that is pretty easy. So I just take an 8x4 and I build one, and then I jump on top of it, and that'd be 4 meters. This would be, oh come on, you used to be able to jump. What the fuck? Why can't I? Used to be able to do that. Wait. Did I? Yeah, I lagged out for a second. It made it look like I did that. Why can't I? That's so weird. My jumping animation looks so funny. But anyway, I guess I can't jump that high. Oh, I guess I barely can. That's so weird. Okay, well I'll just take 8x2s then and do it. I did the thing again where I typed the button to make it all do commands, and I didn't mean to do that. So this, I'll add this as number 6. So we'll take some 8x2s. And so this is 4 meters, 6 meters, 8 meters, 10 meters, 12 meters. And then I take another 8x1 and make it like 13 meters and then build from here. That way I have another like guaranteed 12 meters of space when I delete all of this. That's guaranteed 12 meters, and 12 meters is enough to overcome basically everything. There's not a lot of buildings that need more than 12 meters, so it's a pretty easy standard for this kind of stuff. And the miners are an exception. Miners, I think, need more than 12 meters, but that would basically be what I would call my new subfloor right there. And this is where I would have like a ladder to get up it, but I'll just put like a lookout tower right now. And so we're gonna do this with the lookout tower to be able to get up here. And then this subfloor I have a certain height as well. So the subfloor I usually have at around 6 meters, sometimes even 8 meters. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. So 8 meters is a lot of space to do belts and shenanigans and stuff like that. I don't think that you will need it. What I recommend is if you take a stackable conveyor pole and you build that, right? You want to have enough room for that to not clip, which is usually 6 meters because it's about 4 meters tall. So if you had a belt, if you had a belt on that, then oh god damn it, I'm still not quite used to this. So basically, it should just be the same as making about 3 of these, and that is enough to have a stackable conveyor pole to transport items without anything clipping up top. And then it's not quite tall enough. You'd need 8 meters if you wanted to go for double stackable conveyor poles, right? It'll still fit, and you can still build belts, but it's going to clip through, so you need another 2 meters if you want to do that for too high. But a regular conveyor belt on the ground can fit underneath this anyway. So the main reason to use stackables is to be able to is to move stuff perpendicular, right? So what I do, the reason I go another 2 high is so that I can have 2 lines going down and then 1 line going under, or really as many lines as I need going under, because I just unspread them and have them go all, you know, one underneath and then restack them on the other side. So that's kind of what I do. So I usually go another 2 meters for my subfloor to make sure that I definitely have enough room. So I would go more to like up to there for my subfloor, and then from there on top of this I would make another 1 meter, and then that would now be my new go-to for the actual next level of the factory. So that way I have all this space down here to work with running belts, and the more complicated the factory, the more important this is, right? When you start dealing with, you know, hundreds of assemblers or even like 50 assemblers, and then like dealing with any amount of manufacturers, this is unbelievably helpful. So I cannot recommend enough how much of a good idea this is to make sure that when you're working with even more complicated things, that you don't fuck this up. Now we're dealing with, you know, super simple reinforced iron plates. That's not that bad. And this next level is literally just going from ingots into from ore into ingots, and it's really, oh actually no, this is ingots into whatever we're making, and it's pretty hard to fuck that up. But the reason that we would want a subfloor is that when we're going from ingots into rods and plates, we're gonna be putting those rods and plates into assemblers on the next floor. And that means that there's going to be a lot of this weird mixing and crossing of belts from the next point on. And so because we're making rods and screws on this floor, that's when we need the complexity underneath, right? If we were making ingots on this floor, we don't need to worry about belts underneath because it's really easy. But we're making the ingots here. So this is where, because the next floor up top is going to be dealing with screws and plates being made, that's where we want the space to be able to say, hey, let's drop this down and run it underneath where there's nothing in the way, and then bring it back up wherever we need it. And that's the point of building a subfloor here, even though it may be like, well, why would I need that now or ever? There's a very good reason why you would need that now or ever. So this would be the subfloor that I'm on right now. This would be the smelter factory floor. This would be the next actual second story. And that's how we would deal with and measure all of that. So on my subfloor here, I'm gonna make ramps so we can get, or really we'll just do another lookout tower. So we're gonna have a lookout tower to the subfloor. We'll do another lookout tower on the subfloor to get to the second floor, and then we'll start making floor number 2 as well. Now what you can start going on is building all of the smelters. That's what we could have you going with right now. So now that we have all of these miners in place and we know where all the miners are going to go, Now we know that which one is it? One sec. That's not gonna work. Remember, because this is in the way. So those smelters are not are bad. We need to find our new beginning, which is right here, which means it's this. Basically, we're gonna be making a new line of when they start, which is right around this one. Oh no, there's all these rocks in the way. Shoot, so we have to really mix this because of how deep we had to go. It's really going to mess up our factory print because now that's not good enough. So now we have to start right here, which means this is more like our new line of smelters. This is 1, 2 right here. So that works out great. So that smelter's in there go. But this is where it's going to have to start. And we can go all the way to this. Oh, whoops. We can go all the way to this line. Make the footprint work. So 1, 2, which means this is the line. So this is where we start making smelters, is right here. This spot right here. So we want to do from here over, like, basically like right there. That's our new, this is our new starting point to make sure that we have enough room for all the belts. Oh, actually, you know what? We could do one. We could do one. So we'll make this our new starting point. And now all of these smelters don't matter anymore. So we'll delete these guys. And this is still the right spacing because this is still 1, 2. So the spacing is still going to work out, but this is our new starting point for how deep. And then we're going to go 8 deep here. So this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we need all this room for belt work. Wait, why did that fit? That shouldn't have fit, but it did. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, cool. And so now from this 8, what we need to do is start. Why is this not filled in yet? I feel like we should have done that before. Is that because we had the ramp there? Maybe it's because I had the ramp there.
I don't know.
But this needs to get filled in.
And the other row of smelters like this one.
Yeah, so we're gonna do the same setup that we did back there. So we're gonna you need more room than that. What I recommend doing is building the splitter at the same time. So this is the outputs, right? So the outputs need a merger facing this way. So I build the merger right about there, and then build the next smelter a little bit more to the left here, more like right. Right about there. That's even about 1 too far because I built the merger a little bit too far in too. So the merger could get closer. The merger could get like right there, right? And then this guy can get 1 closer, which would be more like right there. And that's enough room to get this guy to fit, and you can double check that by belting it. And so now this I need to, my throat's getting dry because I've been talking too long. This is now going to go all the way down like this. So now we can delete this stuff too, because we're going to make new guidelines on the proper side. So now all of that can get built all the way down. Yeah, so then those get built all the way down, and then you can go through and do put in all the belt work too. And then this is the input. That's the input. This is outputs going into one line, out. And so, oh shoot, you know what I just forgot? No, they output at 30. Yeah, so if they output at 30 times 16 is 480. But what I just realized that I forgot that we just did is that we didn't think about the outputs. So I wouldn't worry about color gunning right now because we're gonna end up deleting some stuff along the way. So I know you want it to all look the way that you want, but you should really save that till the end, or you're gonna be spending like twice as many color cartridges. So if you don't care about that, then go for it. But we're gonna. This is in progress, the layout. So until everything's belted together, I really recommend not coloring stuff, including the foundations, because all of this is subject to change. Once the belts are in, I consider that final, because by that point we probably already made any mistakes that we're going to live with. But right now we just made this twice as deep as we should have, right? Because we have them facing together. It's groups of 16. Oh, no, we didn't. It's only 8. It's only 8 deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah. So then 16 coming together into one belt will make 480 out. So never mind. We didn't make a mistake. I thought I made the mistake of making this too deep, but I was right. I did just fine. I thought I made the 16 long like we talked about before, and then that would make one belt merging together. 16 on each side would be 32 coming in the middle, which is too many, and that can't fit. And then that'd be running, you know, 2 480 belts instead of the 1 480 belt per segment. So this is fine. This is perfect. That's no big deal. And then this needs to get made with 2 lines of space. So 1 line, 2 line. And then the next smelter would go in 1, 2 right around here. And that would be, that's enough room. So this would be the next group of smelters here. And then we would put a, oh, this is facing the wrong way, but we'll put a merger right about there, and then we'll put another smelter right about there, and that's enough room to get the belt, but it's not quite enough room for power, but that's okay. It's not that big a deal. We can make it fit on the ground or on the thing itself. The power poles can stack on top of this, so it saves a little bit of space. If you don't, do you care about that, or do you want the power poles on the ground?
I don't care.
Okay. You can also get the wall nodes and put them on the ceiling if you care about that in the future. For anyone else who cares about that still wants to put it this tight, you can do that. And so now these guys can get run all the way down, facing the. Yeah. Oh, this is not facing the wrong way though. So let me help you with that. That way you don't accidentally build a bunch facing the wrong way. So there you go. So that's now facing in. That's not facing in. That's another good row of 16. And then we got to space this out again and leave another 1, 2 for other stuff. Get it in line, turn it around, put it right about there. That's enough room for that. And then we're going to go ahead and do another merger here. Perfect. And then right here. That's good. This is our last one anyway, and then we've got our 2 rows of stuff there as well. So our measurement wide was just fine, but our measurement deep needed a bit of work. And so now that's everything that you'll need to get these guys grouped together. But this one's facing the wrong way again. Yeah, that'll do. So yeah, so now that's everything that you need to do to get all those hooked up, and then you can I like to run power when I'm done with the whole floor. Like once this floor has been belted up to the 2nd floor, then that's when I run power. That way I know where stuff won't be in the way. So that's what I would recommend doing. But now all this stuff can get built out the same way that you just did. And if you run out of things to do, then just start belting in with all the mergers and splitters. And then I'll go ahead and start building the 2nd floor, because we're going to need that as well. Oh, perfect. I don't even... right. Oh, no, I do. I'm dumb. I definitely do. Let me do this instead. Oh god. Okay, here we go. So now this is 2nd floor. And 2nd floor is going to go a little bit differently. So what I want to do with 2nd floor, make sure that we do everything in the way that I would do it, is we're going to figure out where our width is, which is 2 off of this guy. So this is going to be our new width here. Well, really it's the same width, but this is how wide we're going to go. I'm going to take advantage of the space in the back now as well. We can have a closer back point than we did before. And so this floor won't have to go as deep, but it'll stay the same width, just to keep up with everything else. To have a little bit of continuity, to have the building size, or realistically, it could just be the same size too. But the top floor won't need to be as big because we won't need that many assemblers. But we do need 96 constructors, and that does take up a lot of space. So that will be a thing for sure. So we'll likely use this entire space, even though we, you know, it may seem like we won't, but we probably will. I did not know it would do that. Okay. There we go. So we'll keep going. Oh god. Okay. This is where the Blade Runners are gonna make me fall off the edge. I'm not used to slide jumping with them. Whoops. Encroaching others' clearance. Why would it be encroaching others' clearance? What are you talking? Oh, because there's a foundation there. I'm dumb. Oh god damn it. Did it again. Okay. So those two don't need to be there. That's the new width. How you doing, Block? You doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Okay. Cool. Just want to double check. Is all this making sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm watching the Black Widow movie.
Oh, you are? Oh, cool.
Yeah. I'm going to the cinema.
Oh, for sure. I did not hear great things so far, which is a bummer because I really wanted to like it, but I have not heard super awesome things so far. Oh, our depth marker was way off. We don't need to go that many deep. We only need to go this many deep. All of those don't need to be here. So, there we go. There we go. So this is our new depth, or rather the same depth as the last floor, but I misclicked and did something weird. But yeah, so the subfloor I've started, in order to save how many objects I'm putting in the game, I started building that only as big as it needs to be versus building that like as big as it could be. And it also saves a lot of concrete. Like I'm actually running out of concrete right now, so I have to come down to get more. But
okay.
That's kind of like what I have started doing, just to make sure that I'm really not like using too many resources, because early game, like, it's a bit harder to get these resources, and like it's a lot more that I have to wait in order to start doing this kind of thing, because it's thousands of concrete to do this. You know, if you think about how many wide this is God knows how many wide. Oh, whoops. Let's try that again. Well, that's just that -1, so we'll just keep going with this. So it's 16 wide, which is like a lot. And then we're going, how many? Whoops. Okay, well, that -2. 11? Is that 2 or 3? That's only 2. So 11 deep. So 16 by 11 is a lot. That would mean that we're using 176 platforms just for this floor, and that's 6 each. That's already 1,000 concrete. So to make this the 2 to 3 stories that it's going to be is, you know, around 3,000 concrete. And if I did that with subfloors, then that means like the equivalent of like 5 stories if I made the subfloors the same size, which is another, you know, 1,500 concrete that we'd have to use to make the subfloor the same size as the main floors. And there's not really a need for that. Like, this typically is only going to be like maybe 4 belts wide, like, well, four concrete wide at most, you know. So it doesn't need to cover the whole bit. It usually won't. But that's kind of what we're going for here with the size. And so what I like to do is put the smelters on the very bottom floor, and then let that be my footprint and my model for how big the factory is going to be. And then from there, I use that as my guideline to go all the way up. That way, if I feel like putting walls on the entire building, it's just this one big box, and then I can decorate it from there. Or if you want to take a different shape from the get-go and maybe make like an L or something like that, then I would start that foundation from the bottom and, like, you know, use an alternate size thing if you wanted to do that. But otherwise, that's kind of where I'm at with a lot of this. And also, if you want to get the oh, you missed. If you want to get the smelters and stuff, that would be good practice for you to get good at, like, how quick that belt work can get done. And I can handle the floor, because this is pretty easy building that doesn't take that long to get good at. I want to let you do the more, like, experienced stuff and let you figure out how you like to do all those other quirky things. And I can help you with, like, belt management ideas and stuff like that, but this is, like, most of the game is going to be doing what you're doing down below versus laying foundations. Laying foundations is the easy part. So there we go. That should be level. That should be 2. That should be all the same size as below, which is going to be. I'll come down to check, but yeah. So that's all the right size. There we go. We got a big old ceiling now. We got room for a subfloor coming in too. It's all coming together. We got a bunch of miners and smelters getting built. I think I have the stuff to make those in my inventory too. So let me. Yeah, I've got enough to help you make a bunch of these. So let's go ahead and handle that. Help you out a bit. That way you just have to go through and do the belt work. And just focus on the interior for now. And then when we're done with all the interior belt work, I'll show you how we can do the inputs. So let's just get the outputs all put together. And then we'll consider and think about how to handle these as groups instead of individuals.
Okay.
Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Because this is, like, the one thing that took the longest time for me to switch in how I was playing, was thinking about them as, like, individual smelters versus focusing on, like, a whole group of them and treating that group as, like, a maxed out belt. That is, like, the biggest switch for me. About, like, of what took, like, what made doing this easier was starting to focus on this as one smelter, like all 16 of these as one smelter, because it's all one belt. So when I start thinking of things in terms of belts and belt capacity, instead of thinking about like each individual smelter or like how I'm gonna run each one, and figured out, like, this was basically what I determined to be, like, my favorite way to group stuff together. And then from there, it's just about how much the belt can handle and what you want to plan for. And so that's kind of what we're going for. And then this whole place will make 120 reinforced iron plates a minute. And obviously, we're not going to have a need for all those right now, but this is step 1 of, like, a 25-step process. So eventually, we can either plan for using all of those, or we can plan for, like, sinking, like, maybe 20 per minute, or sinking maybe half of them on a Mark 1 belt, and then putting the rest of them to go to use somewhere else. And then as we start using them more and more, we can sink less and less, or we can start planning on using all of it all at once. Because once we know that we have 120 reinforced iron plates per minute, then we can start working on, like, the other more complex recipes and start determining what we're gonna make with these 120, right? Because this is gonna be our new max.
To go now.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So, let me put all this stuff in the storage bin then that we had
I
this kind of
think
stuff.
you will keep the stuff you have in your inventory.
I know, but I don't want it. I want you to have it. So I want you to have access to all my inventory stuff.
Okay.
So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna sync some of the stuff real quick that we don't quite need. But then I'm gonna leave you with all the important stuff in here. And that one I'll put back. No, that's fine. That can stay there. Let's bring this. Let's bring this, and we'll sync all of that. Then that can all stay. And let me get my body stuff off too, that you can have that stored somewhere else. That's more important. And then we'll go ahead and throw this in that sync storage place, and we'll call it a day. So that's how was that for like a good like half of step 1? Like that does that help?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Cool. I am glad that managed to help. Okay. Oh, cool. That was like just in time. I think I just managed to get that stuff out of my inventory. Perfect. So, do you see what I meant about like how we would need a couple hours to handle that?
Yeah.
Because it's when you start building like that, it is a lot of time. Like a lot of time. So I definitely needed to make sure that we had a good enough chunk for you to get that done.
Yeah.
Yeah, see ya. Okay. So that does that. What we are gonna do now is let me take a break, because I have been streaming for a good long while, and more than just the 2 hours that we stream now. I also just streamed another 3 hours before this, so we're gonna let me take a break and deal with that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna get back into the planning that I was doing before. So before Block came by and was like, hey, I have time to do Satisfactory, because he mentioned that he wanted to do a little run through together. So thank you everyone for coming by and stuff like that, and all that jazz. So if you want to know more, sub to the Discord. So you're gonna want that. So come by the Discord. We need to make a Satisfactory section for it, but right now the general tab is fine. And what I'll be doing for that thing, what I'm making here, it's a massive spreadsheet. You're more than welcome to use it and copy it, do whatever the fuck you want with it. But I'm gonna be making the plan for my save public, right? So not just the save. I don't know if I'll ever make the save public, but I'm gonna make the plan for it public on my Discord, so that if you guys want to know exactly what I'll be making in my save, then you're gonna know it, because I'm gonna finish planning it, and we'll do that live together after I'm back from my break. And so we're gonna go through and figure out exactly how much of all this stuff that we're making, and then figure out like how many of all these things that we have to make, and what that will change, and the impact that it will have on all of that raw material that we're using. So right now I have a plan laid out that uses like pretty much everything right now. Like there's not a lot that it doesn't use. And so I want to go and see if this is the best route to take, if for the choices and concessions that I'm willing to make, if I made the right choice building from the ground up, and if I made the right choice in how I was building certain things. And there's some things that I did some of the alternate and some not of the alternate, so I want to go through and figure out if that was a good move or not, and so on and so forth, generally focusing on conserving aluminum and using as little aluminum as possible, using as little oil as possible, and then maxing out our nuclear setup as well. So I think I might up how much of the nuclear stuff that we're making, because I have enough aluminum to do that, but it also is going to increase our copper and iron and everything else, and a lot of that material is already really close to being maxed out. So I need to see what the consequence of changing to using more aluminum would be, because I already figured out that if I used more aluminum to max out nuclear all the way, then I have to make more concessions along the way, and I have to make less of everything else. Like specifically of what chews up a lot of the aluminum that I'm using right now, it is the 50 thermal propeller rockets per minute that I'm making, and that is using a lot of aluminum. That's using 3,000 aluminum per minute just to make 50 of those rockets a minute, and those are going to be used to unlock tier 9 and 10. So that's why I want to keep those around. But the 50 turbo and 50 thermal prop rockets will use 50 turbo motors, and those turbo motors are going to use 1,800 aluminum per minute as well. So I was going to make 50 thermal props because I'm making 50 turbo motors, but I might reduce my turbo motors if to make the same amount of thermal props, or I might just make more turbo motors than thermal prop rockets. And I wouldn't mind that either, because turbo motors are going to be used in other stuff as well. On the wiki, I don't think they're used in anything else other than making the prop things. Let's go and figure that out. There's different ways to make them, but they're used to make the minor Mark IIIs, which I'm not going to automate, which I can't automate anyway, actually. And they're used to make thermal propulsion rockets. So that's the only thing that they're made for. If I made extra, it would just be to sink them. It wouldn't really be to do anything with them, because I can only make thermal propulsion rockets. And it's a 2-to-1. It's a 2-to-1 usage. Oh no, it's a 1-to-1 usage. So one turbo motor makes one thermal propeller rocket. So that's kind of what we're getting into with the planning here. So if I make less thermal prop rockets, I might as well make less turbo motors. And if I do that, it'll actually, turbo motors use 3,000 Caterium. And that's one of the biggest offenders to Caterium beside the adaptive control units. Those adaptive control units make a fuckload, take a fuckload of Caterium. And the adaptive control units were making 150 of those a minute to mix with 750 supercomputers per minute in order to turn both of those into 75 assembly director systems per minute. So that's the plan for that. So that's kind of where we're at with all of that. So I'll probably make less thermal propeller rockets in order to make all this work. And I think what I'm going to do when we go through this is to put in some equations so that I can just adjust the numbers of the big guys and then let everything else be automated, because right now I'm doing all that by hand, and I did all that by hand for like 2 days to make this whole spreadsheet, and it's kind of a lot of work. And so what I think I'm going to do is start calculating the ratios to everything, and then automating those ratios so that if I just say I want 51 turbo motors instead of 50 turbo motors, that it will automate all the way down to the raw amounts, how much it's actually using, so I can figure out a lot faster what these changes mean. And then if I change the recipes, that's a lot of work, but that's kind of what I need to know, is that if, you know, using the recipes that I have selected right now, if it's worth, you know, once I figure out the most efficient recipes, then I can figure out how many of that I'm gonna make based off that one thing. Because there's certain things, like I'm willing to use more quartz than I am oil, because oil is used for power and quartz is used to make the things that create power, like, you know, for nuclear stuff. So once I have nuclear maxed out, any quartz after that, I don't really care. Like, as long as I'm using as little oil and quartz as possible to make nuclear stuff, then it's just about whatever else I can fit based on those most condensed recipes and stuff like that. That's kind of what the goal is for this. So a lot of my concessions are going to be based around that. So once I find the best recipes for what I want to use or other possible variants, then I'm good. Like, there's one alternate for fused modular frames that uses a little bit of fuel, and that one I'm a little worried about because I'm not making enough of them to use enough fuel to like justify shipping fuel to that location. But I might be able to fit it on a train car as well. So depending on where I build everything and how I lay out the factory as a whole, because it's going to be like 20 different factories at least, then that can kind of make that okay. kind of thing. But if I was gonna, you know, have to ship and pump like 500 fuel for like, you know, like it's just not a lot of fuel. But anyway, we're gonna end. That'll be the next stream after this. So stick around if you want to do that. Come back in like 20 minutes, I'd say at most 20 minutes, and we'll get going on that and start showing and doing all that work. And then when you get your hands on the spreadsheet, you'll know what to do. Or if you want to start doing this for yourself right now, then you can go ahead and join me on that leg of the journey as well. So if you guys have questions, or if you want to know certain things about all the alternates and maybe what the consequence of that would be, then this is the perfect time to do that. So come by the next stream and we'll talk about that then. And unless you don't want to do that, then I'll see you in the next video. So thanks everyone for coming by. Really appreciate it. And have fun. Have a good rest of your day, whatever it is for you guys. Don't forget to follow all the social media links, all that. I'm yet to think of an outro line, so I just kind of say goodbye like 25 times. You can leave suggestions in the Discord for what you think the outro line should be, and get the fuck out.